Yesterday, Americans woke up to a viral news story, one that spread rapidly and tugged at the heartstrings of anyone who came across it. The story centered around the renowned entrepreneur and visionary Elon Musk and a young girl named Christine Carter, who had only a few months left to live. The tale of Christine's last wish was not about material things or wealth, but about something much more powerful, a dream of meeting the man who had inspired her to believe in the impossible and the future of humanity. Christine Carter, born and raised in Mississippi, had lived a life that most children would envy. She was surrounded by love, love from her parents, love from her friends, and love for her dream of one day becoming a successful actor and film producer. It was a dream she nurtured every day as she grew up, and Elon Musk, with his bold vision and revolutionary ideas, had always been a source of inspiration to her. His work in technology and space exploration showed her that no dream was too big, no goal too unattainable. He wasn't just a tech mogul to her. He was the symbol of everything she wanted to achieve in life. Her childhood, though not free of hardships, was joyful. She had great friends, a close-knit family, and a solid foundation that seemed to guarantee a bright future. But, as with all things in life, that happiness was destined to be shattered by a turn of fate. It all began innocently enough when Christine started complaining of minor aches and pains in her joints, back, and abdomen. At first, no one thought much of it. Children often experience some discomfort, especially after a long day at school or from playing too much outside. Christine's family, convinced that it was nothing serious, brushed off her complaints. They assured her that she would feel better soon and that there was no need for concern. But as days turned into weeks, the pain didn't subside. In fact, it got worse. Christine found herself unable to sleep at night, writhing in discomfort, her body unable to find rest. When she complained more intensely one evening, her parents began to worry. They could see the toll it was taking on her, and soon her teachers took notice too. Concerned, they suggested that Christine see a doctor. At first, they still hoped it would be something minor, perhaps a viral infection, or just the result of a child's active lifestyle. But when the results came back, their world came crashing down. Christine was diagnosed with a rare and aggressive form of leukemia, a disease that would change the course of her life forever. Her parents were devastated. This was a girl who had been so full of life, with so many dreams and plans for her future. They had never expected to hear such words from a doctor about their little girl. But as much as they were broken, they decided to keep the truth from Christine. They wanted to shield her from the brutal reality of her condition, hoping that ignorance would allow her to live her remaining days in peace. Christine, however, was a smart and perceptive girl. She wasn't naive. She could tell something was terribly wrong. Her parents tried their best to shield her, but her questions grew more pressing. As the days went by, they couldn't hide it from her forever. The tension between Christine's parents was palpable. Her father, Henry, wanted to be honest with her. He believed that she deserved to know the truth, no matter how painful. Her mother, however, disagreed. She feared that the truth would shatter her daughter's spirit, and that it would be better for her to remain hopeful as long as possible. After much debate, they decided to tell Christine. It was one of the most difficult conversations any parent could have with their child. Christine's father, Henry, sat beside her, struggling to find the right words. Her mother, too, was breaking inside, But she understood that the time had come. When the truth was finally spoken, when Christine heard those words that no child should ever hear, that she had only a few months left to live, her world seemed to collapse. Her reaction was one of silence, disbelief, and sorrow. She felt betrayed by life, by the very existence that had once seemed so full of a promise. It was as though a heavy cloud had descended upon her, and the joy that once filled her world was now gone. The small, bright-eyed girl who had once dreamed of becoming like Elon Musk, changing the world with her own ideas, was now faced with the unbearable truth that her time was running out. Her mother tried to comfort her, telling her that everything would be okay, but Christine wasn't so sure. For the next few days, Christine's parents tried to give her the space she needed, allowing her to process her grief. But slowly, they noticed a shift. She wasn't crying as much. She seemed quieter, but there was something more peaceful in her demeanor. It was as though she had accepted the inevitable, and with that acceptance came a sense of strength. Christine had always been a resilient girl, and now, in the face of the most challenging moment of her young life, she displayed a courage beyond her years. Her father, Henry, spent hours with her, talking to her about all the things she had accomplished in her short life. He reminded her of the dreams she still held, of the things she could still do, even if time was no longer on her side. They talked about her love for acting, her aspirations to one day work alongside someone she admired deeply, Elon Musk. Christine had always been fascinated by Elon's work. She admired his vision for the future, how he sought to make life multiplanetary, and his relentless pursuit of innovative technologies. She had often dreamed of one day meeting him, of sharing her passion for film and technology with him, and maybe even collaborating with him on a project that could change the world. When Christine told her parents about her greatest wish, to meet Elon Musk, her father promised that he would try everything in his power to make that dream come true. At first, he wasn't sure how he would manage it. Elon Musk was, after all, a man of great importance, a business magnate, and an innovator who was constantly on the move. But he didn't want to disappoint his daughter. Her request was simple: to meet Elon Musk and hear him say a few words to her, to offer some encouragement, and to share a hug that she believed would make everything better. Henry had no idea how he could get in touch with Elon Musk, but he was determined. He turned to the internet, hoping to find some way to send a message directly to the man who had so profoundly impacted his daughter's life. After some searching, he stumbled upon a contact form on Elon's official website. It wasn't much, but it was a start. With a deep breath, Henry sat down to write the most heartfelt message he could muster. He told Elon about Christine's illness, her dreams, and her greatest wish. He wrote with sincerity, pouring his heart into the words. He asked humbly for a chance to meet with Elon, to bring a smile to his daughter's face during the most difficult time of her life. After hitting send, Henry waited. Days passed, and there was no response. He checked his inbox obsessively, hoping for a reply, but nothing came. He tried again, sending follow-up emails, but still no word from Elon Musk. Henry's heart sank. He had hoped that someone like Elon, known for his philanthropy and willingness to support causes he believed in, would take a moment to respond. But as the days turned into weeks, he began to lose hope. Christine, in the meantime, was becoming more and more withdrawn. Her health was deteriorating rapidly, and the pain she felt was becoming unbearable. Her once bright eyes now seemed hollow, and the girl who had once radiated joy seemed to have given up on everything, including the dream of meeting Elon Musk. But just when Henry thought it was time to give up, something incredible happened. One evening, as he was sitting beside Christine's hospital bed, his phone rang. It was a news alert. A young girl named Lily, who had been suffering from the same rare form of leukemia as Christine, had made a similar request to meet Keanu Reeves. To everyone's surprise, Keanu Reeves had agreed, making an appearance and granting her wish. This news filled Henry with new hope. If Keanu Reeves could do it for Lily, then maybe, just maybe, Elon Musk could do the same for Christine. With renewed determination, he called his brother John, who worked as a journalist at the New York Times. John immediately saw the potential in Christine's story and agreed to help. He arranged for a photographer to visit Christine in the hospital and took a series of photos that captured her spirit. The article was written, and with John's connections, it was quickly picked up by the media. Soon, Christine's story was everywhere. People across the country began to share it, and the outpouring of support for her wish to meet Elon Musk was overwhelming. Her parents, though still fearful for their daughter's health, held on to hope. They hoped that the attention from the media might catch Elon's eye. And then, on a Friday afternoon, the unthinkable happened. Henry received a call from a representative of SpaceX. Elon Musk had seen the story, and he wanted to meet Christine. It was a dream come true. The day Elon Musk arrived at the hospital, Christine was in awe. She had not expected this moment to come. She had prepared herself for disappointment, but now, in the presence of the man she had admired for so long, all her pain seemed to fade away.